So Donald Trump can't get away from the pressure to release the Epstein files. He's trying everything he can to divert, distract, delay, get away from Epstein, and he can't do it. Everything he's trying is failing. Day by day, he keeps saying, well, it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault, we're not going to release them. Are you still talking about Epstein? All those kind of things. And there are calls, even within Congress, to release the Epstein files. And what did Speaker of the House Mike Johnson do about it? Well, not a damn thing. What he did instead was say, okay, we're starting our summer break early. Now, every year they do take about a 6-week break around now. It is historical that they go home during the summertime. This goes back to the foundings of the country, when most of our politicians were also farmers, and they had to go home to tend the crops. So this has been going on for years, centuries, whatever, and it has just always been maintained. Now, there's nothing that says they have to take their summer break, but they typically do. So Mike Johnson just says, yeah, we're going home. We're not coming back till September, basically. He kicked the can down the road to September to avoid talking about Epstein, even though prominent Republican figures and Republican politicians want the list released, all the information released. Donald Trump doesn't want it released. He'll publicly say, yeah, we need to release it. But in private, he is terrified of this thing coming out. Why? Because it hasn't been released. And by the way, he's trying to divert and distract and delay away from it. Well, it's actually Pam Bondi's responsibility to release it, or it's this person's responsibility, or Clinton and Obama made it up. Whatever he's trying to say, we know he doesn't want this list released, these files. And Mike Johnson, if he actually cared about what his people wanted, what his constituents wanted, and what his fellow politicians wanted, he'd bring it to the floor for a vote in the House of Representatives. But he doesn't want to do that. He keeps kicking it down the road, and now they kicked it out to September. Now, ultimately, when they come back in September, the calls to release this are going to be that much louder. It's not going to work as a distraction tactic. The Republicans want it released because they have been told for years the most horrendous things about Democrats, and they believe that everybody on that list will be a Democrat. So they want it released, and now that it's not just one side or the other, but both sides calling for it, like 80% of the country wants the list released, kicking it down the road isn't going to work. But they're hoping to buy some time in order to get everybody's attention onto something else in the meantime, and hopefully that they can distract from it. It's not going to work, but this is all they've got left. They don't know any other way to get away from it, and it's not working right now.